The following Best of Central Florida program is sponsored in part by Houndstown, the injury assistance law firm, Beyond the Leash, Blue Collar Pet Transport, Miss Emily's Bed and Biscuit, and Sophila Radio and Television Productions.
Welcome to the Best of Central Florida. This is Makaila Nichols. You know her. This is Makaila's dog, Stella, 2-year-old English lab.
My baby.
You love her.
I do. I love her more than most people.
She is obsessed, let's be honest. But I understand a lot of us are obsessed with our dogs, with our cats. That is why today we do the best pet businesses in Central Florida. Hey, these are important businesses. When you start taking your dog, your cat, your animal to somewhere to be essentially babysat all day long, this is an important decision for a dog parent.
Yeah, you have
a dog
to trust
mom.
where you send your fur baby for sure.
You absolutely do. And we have some great businesses. We're going to visit some great pet businesses today. I was blown away, honestly. I think that you are going to be blown away as well. Some great businesses for your pets. We found, I think, the best.
We did, certainly.
And if you don't have a place right now to take your pet, you are going to want to stick around as Best of Central Florida visits the best pet businesses in all of Central Florida.
The following Best of Central Florida Makaila's Choice is sponsored in part by Houndstown, the injury assistance law firm, and Sophila Radio and Television Productions.
I love my fur babies more than pretty much anything in this world, so the one place I trust the most, I'm so excited to introduce, because literally I say the name and my dog freaks out. So Makaila's choice for best pet business is Houndstown Sanford, and I am joined by the owner.
But to be clear, she says Houndstown?
Houndstown?
Yeah, right.
Like
okay.
that.
Well,
Yeah.
I just wanted you to say it.
Anyway, thank you. Well, anyway, this is Houndstown owner, Paige. Happy to have you here.
Thank you for having me.
Oh my goodness. So I've got to know, what made you get into this business in the first place?
I think it was when we were trying to find a boarding facility for our own dogs. And we had kind of a model that we really liked, and then found Houndstown, and it was the most similar. And I would trust my own dogs to go there. They do go there. So it was kind of just a match made for us.
And one of the first things that made me fall in love with Houndstown is the fact that the dogs get to play pretty much all day.
Yeah.
Which is different, and I think a lot of places don't have that, and I think that's what really kind of makes you, unique.
Yeah, so we're a fully interactive daycare facility, but the dogs are out all day. And there's no upcharge for all day play. They kind of self-regulate, and the same with the boarding. So if they're there for boarding, they're out in the play groups all day as well.
And so, maybe someone's watching, all right, I have to go to Houndstown now because Makaila's absolutely raving about it. How does it go? Can any dog go? I know there's a little bit of a meet and greet too.
Yeah, so we do what's called a temperament test. We have you bring your dog in, and then it takes 15 to 20 minutes. We'll bring out a helper dog from the facility and just make sure there's no overt aggression or anything like that. And then after that, every dog's first day is free. So they get a free day of daycare just to make sure it's a good fit for everyone. And we'll group them by size, temperament, energy, personality. So there's a group for everyone.
I love that. And when I pick up my dog, she's just so excited. And I love the fact that, you guys take pictures of the dog, really just showing people that their dogs are in great hands. They're having fun. I love the photos. I think that's another, added value to you guys as well.
That's the best part, is so that the parents can see who their dogs are playing with. We've had people connect litter mates from pictures on the Facebook, but that's the best part. Being in the private group, it's kind of like a behind the scenes look.
And everyone, knows your dog's name. And so
they coordinate play dates on which days they're going to come. So
I love it. No,
and Stella sleeps great on Houndstown days.
We hope that they go home exhausted and then, they're ready the next morning.
Oh yeah, no, she's definitely ready, a little bit later. But speaking of just kind of the hometown thing, you guys do a lot with hometown charities. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah. So We do a lot with the local rescues, shelters, as far as fostering and any sort of supply drive. This past fall for back to school, we did a back to school drive, and we were able to donate 50 filled backpacks with school supplies to Seminole County. Also, any sort of food, bedding like that the shelters need, we're happy to run a supply drive for that. This past week, we did a food drive, and actually for every dog and daycare attendants, we were able to provide a meal for a family.
Wow, amazing. And I think that's like another reason, you know, it's a really community-based thing. I mean, I see people, you always say, hey, it's like, you guys do give back to the community and to our pets, which is huge. And you have another location, or?
Yeah, so after the new year, look out for Houndstown Winter Park. We're really excited. So we have Houndstown Sanford right off the 417, and then Houndstown Winter Park will be off Fairbanks.
Now, final question, why should someone bring their fur baby and trust you guys with them?
It's the happiest place on earth for dogs.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think it really is the happiest place on earth. I mean, I know my dog, Brocco, I mean, he even loves it. It doesn't matter what age. I think it's just, it allows them to play, interact, so then I trust you guys with my whole heart, like taking my fur baby there and just being able to let her loose and know that she's having fun.
Yeah, so we've got a group for everyone. I have a 15-year-old dog myself, and she just kind of observes and then walks around, meets new friends, and then takes a nap. But she enjoys it too.
Right? Awesome. Well, if you need a place to trust your fur baby to, do yourself a favor and check out Houndstown in Sanford, and we will be right back after this short break with People's Choice.
Here we are with personal injury attorney Michael Mills. But Michael, you're way more than an attorney. You've been able to bridge the gap between doctor, lawyer, and consumer with your Injury Assistance Network, or IAN as it's known. Tell me about it.
Well, what it is basically it's a online personal injury network of providers, both medical and service, and it just helps personal injury attorneys and the general public find quality healthcare providers and service providers to take care of them when they've been injured in an accident.
Because the medical part of it is a huge piece in getting these clients recovered. You're a great personal injury attorney, though, as well. A lot of advertisement for PI guys out there. What separates you?
22 years.
Yeah.
My first 6 years, I did work for the insurance companies. I worked at one of the largest insurance defense firms in Florida. And then for the last 16 years, I've been representing the actual injured victims, as well as some of the providers as well, doing PIP work. Okay. So I'm able to take that and what I learned and bring it to the plaintiff side. Excellent,
man. Keep up the wonderful work. And whether you're a doctor, whether you're a lawyer, or a consumer who's been injured in an accident, call Michael Mills today. He's over on the good guy side, I would say, right?
Yes, absolutely.
What side did you like better?
This side, definitely.
Yeah.
I've come to the light.
Exactly. I'm glad you did. Michael Mills, the Injury Assistance Law Firm. Give him a call today if you've been injured in an accident. But again, if you're a doctor or a lawyer, you need help finding help in that regard, call Michael Mills.
The following Best of Central Florida People's Choice is sponsored in part by Beyond the Leash, Blue Collar Pet Transport, and Sophila Radio and Television Productions.
You have spoken, the people have spoken. The People's Choice for Best Pet Business goes to dog training now. It's Beyond the Leash dog training. How are you, Kim? Good to see you. And Bodie's here as well.
Yes, thanks for having us.
What is Beyond the Leash? What does that mean?
So Beyond the Leash is a dog training company, and we do everything from, puppies through therapy dogs, but it's definitely like one of those companies where we're multifaceted and just do all sorts of things with dogs.
My understanding is Bodie might have had some of your tutelage as well, and quite well behaved.
Yes, thank you.
Yes. Who calls Beyond the Leash?
So normal pet parents, so anyone with a dog from puppies age, 8 months old, and then even up to seniors who want to just do something more for the community and maybe have their dog be a therapy dog like Bodie.
Yep.
So any pet parent, really.
I love it. What are some of the unique services, would you say, at Beyond the Leash for pet owners and the community in general?
I think some of the unique things are things like where we have drop-off services, so they can drop off Monday through Friday, so the owner doesn't have to necessarily be 100% involved, and then group training classes, private lessons, and then we have a fun little thing called a therapy lounge where the community can come in and just spend time with Bodhi and decompress, things that we offer in the hospitals normally, but now we have it on site, for the whole community to enjoy.
I love it. Where are you located? Where do I come see you?
We're downtown Orlando at Gore Street and Lucerne.
Got it. Well, you guys are doing such a great job there.
Thank you.
And how old is Bodhi?
Bodhi's actually 4.
4.
So well behaved.
Bodhi's-
My
Thank
goodness.
you.
So, Bodhi's like very chill, huh?
Yeah.
Can you turn any dog into Bodhi or no?
Most of them with a lot of hard work, but this has taken a lot of time, a lot of patience, and he knows that this is a job for him. So he's on cue right now to be calm, be well behaved, and he knows it. So
Let's say I just got a new dog, 10 weeks old, up to a year old, whatever. How do I know it's time to come see you at Beyond the Leash? How do I know it's time for dog training?
we recommend that you start dog training as soon as you get a dog into the new
Really?
home. Yep, so even as early as 8 weeks old, which is where they'll let them go from a breeder, we recommend that you reach out. We have plenty of things that you can do even before purchasing a dog or before acquiring a dog, like pre-purchase counseling, so that you just start off on the right foot.
How long does this take normally?
I mean, training can last anywhere from a couple months to just get a really well-behaved, well-mannered house dog. And then we have clients that come to us for 10 years just doing the fun stuff, like agility, dock diving. We have a dock diving pool.
Really?
So, yeah, so all the
do that.
sports, all the pet therapy. So we have, like I said, people that have 10-year-old dogs that just keep coming for the fun.
How does it work? So how do I get started? How do you make sure my dog is okay? How do I get acquainted with Beyond the Leash?
Yeah, so you can call or email us, and we start off with an evaluation. So the first day is an evaluation. The dog gets to know us, we get to know the dog, and then we really recommend the services that are best for what you want as a client and what the dog really needs.
And do I stay there during this training, or do I drop my dog off and leave? How does that work?
We have all different options. So we have options for private training where we can come into the home, group classes where it's more of a group environment where we teach like levels of dogs. And then we also have private lessons with the owner, drop-off services like day camp during the day, except for that they get dropped off, trained, and then picked back up at the end of the day. They're nice and tired, they have lots of enrichment, and the dogs just, they love coming in those doors.
You must have so many great stories of a dog owner, a pet owner who loves their pet, but they just can't control their pet.
Yes.
They come see you at Beyond the Leash, and after some time training, they have a well-behaved dog. You have stories like that, I bet.
Oh yeah, a lot of them. And most of it with the dogs is just that we're doing a lot of enrichment and a lot of engagement. So we have jobs, we have things to do during the day, and the dogs need something to do to really get that energy out. And we provide that in a super safe environment where the dogs just, again, it's like school. They get to go, learn something, be productive, and come home at the end of the day feeling really, really complete.
I can feel you love what you do every single
you.
day. It radiates from your body how much you love what you're doing, and it really comes across in the animals that you're able to train every single day. Keep up the great work.
Thank you so much.
Any sort of dog training that you need, there's one place to call. It's Beyond the Leash. You have spoken, the people have spoken, and People's Choice this week for Best Pet Business goes to our wonderful friends over at Blue Collar Pet Transport. I'm thrilled to have you guys, by the way. Laura's here, Jennifer, Ava, I've got Fats, Brooks, and even the bearded dragon, Leon. Welcome to the show, guys.
Thank
so
you.
happy to have you here. I just love having you guys around, and the puppies, even the bearded dragon. Pet transport, all right? I think people don't know what that means. I don't know that people knew that was an option for moving your pets around. What is pet transport exactly?
Yeah, so pet transport, we hear all the time, no one even knows it exists. So what we do is we make sure that you're able to transport your pets to your home as safely as possible. We make sure we're following USD regulations, meaning that we follow rules to make sure that it's done as safely and efficiently as possible. And of course that we follow things to make sure that they're not stuck on airlines or in the cargo holds in unsafe areas.
So when someone's watching at home right now, they have pets, didn't know this was an option, why do people call you for pet transport?
There's a lot of different reasons. We have a lot of customers that come to us that are relocating for work. We have people that are adopting from out-of-state emergency shelters. And we have people that are buying puppies from out-of-state. Much like Fats here, we've actually shipped Fats puppies all over the United States to new puppy homes. So anytime that you have a pet that you need to get from point A to point B, you might not want to fly them or be able to, and you also might not want to do the drive yourself, and so that's where we really come into play.
And this is a real family-owned business. You three are family, obviously, but because it's family owned, I think that you treat your customers and certainly their pets like your own family, like your own pets.
Yeah, that's definitely our motto. We say that we are family owned and operated. You can see I have my daughter,
Okay,
this is my sister. I have family members on the phones taking your reservations, helping you book whatever type of transport it is that you need. And we also have family members on the road helping your loved babies get from point A to point B.
I love it. Is it just dogs and cats or other animals as well?
Ava?
Ava.
So, my mom has figured out a safe way to move all sorts of animals. Birds, fish, and even reptiles like Leon.
What about snakes? Yeah?
Yes.
Snakes as
So
well?
we have an on-staff vet tech who has worked diligently to make sure that we know how to transport every type of creature as safely as possible. Creatures like Leon.
I can't imagine necessarily, a larger sized dog flying on a plane for hours and hours. Probably is not that awesome for a dog, or is?
No, absolutely not. Not only the larger dogs, but also certain breeds. So you can see here that Brooks and Fats have these tiny little smashed muzzles, super short noses.
Yeah.
So it's actually dangerous for them to fly because of the pressure changes in the cabin of the plane or even in the cargo hold. So that's really why ground transportation is such a huge option for people who have breeds that are restricted like that.
Yeah, it's unbelievable, and certainly a way more comfortable way for your pet to get from point A to point B. I have pets, Makaila. Don't even start with me right now. Unbelievable. How in the world did you get into this business? And first of all, thank you. I mean, thank you on behalf of all of pet owners around the world and certainly Central Florida. But how did you get into this business?
Well, we got in the business because we were one of those people who used the wrong type of company once before.
Oh.
So from there, we decided that we're going to develop the best way and make sure that we can give that to the people who want to make sure that their fur babies are moved the right way.
Well, you're doing just that. Ava, you're a big help too. Let's say that I wanted to call you right now and use your service. I wanted to call Blue Collar Pet Transport. What would I do?
So, you would either speak to one of my mom's clients or employees, whatever she would want to call it, and they would so the drivers got teached. I've been in one of the classes, and they get teached about how to, if they're choking, CPR and stuff, all that stuff like that.
Training is so important in what you do. Thank you guys so much. I feel so comfortable having your business, having Blue Collar Pet Transport in here. For Stella, a no-brainer, right?
Absolutely.
A pleasure meeting you guys. Thank you so much for coming in.
Absolutely.
See you guys later. Here's what we're gonna do. Do yourself a favor. If your pet needs to be transported, Blue Collar Pet Transport is the place to go. Justin's Choice is up next.
The following Best of Central Florida Justin's Choice is sponsored in part by Miss Emily's Bed and Biscuit and Sophila Radio and Television Productions.
And finally today, it is time for my favorite portion of the program. It is time for Justin's Choice, and Best Pet Business Justin's Choice goes to the wonderful people over at Miss Emily Bed and Biscuit. I see, I already messed it up. Bed and Biscuits. Obviously, I mean, they might have breakfast.
We could
there
serve
too.
breakfast
That's
too.
not a bad idea. What about to the
Okay
people
with
dropping
it.
off the animals? We like breakfast too, maybe a
We do
coffee.
doggy
That's
breakfast.
Yeah,
That's a wonderful idea.
Branch it off.
Justin's here, the owner. Amy's here, the manager over there, although he said you do way more than just be the manager, of course.
Yes.
Miss Emily's been around a while, 25 years plus, I believe.
Yes.
How have you been able to stay around so long?
A lot of different ways. Actually, the original Miss Emily, who opened in 1998 now, she had a philosophy for social play. She wanted to create an environment a little bit different than most kennel, as far as just rooms where dogs are stuck there all day, not getting socialized, playtime, anything like that. So she created an environment where dogs could get together, play outside, group together with different sizes and temperaments, and just kind of change the game that way. She was kind of a pioneer, and we've kept that philosophy all through the years. Different ownership, different stages of Miss Emily's. And here we are today.
We all love our pets. We love our pets, of course. But when you first go to a new pet place, it can be a little bit disconcerting for a dog owner or of any pet, really. Tell me about this meet and greet.
Yeah, of course. So it's like one of the biggest things that we're known for. It's called a meet and greet day, a trial day. It's just a day for us to get to know your dog to get to know us. Dogs are similar to people, so they might not warm up right away. That's why we do a full day. We take them out with dogs that fit in with them. So dogs that are the same temperament, play style, size, just to make them feel as comfortable as possible. We take them out with all of the employees so they get to meet everybody all at once. It's a really fun day for the dog, of course. And then we're watching your dog for you for the day.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. And it's not really a traditional boarding facility in any way, shape, or form. How would you describe Miss Emily's?
Honestly, I think it's just a really fun environment. I mean, we love our customers, we love our dogs. The dogs have a great time. Some don't even want to go home.
Yeah.
We always feel bad when that happens, so the dogs are like, no, we want to stay. So honestly, I think it's like a party for dogs. It's a fun place to be.
And cats as well, right?
Cats as well. The cats, it's a little bit different with the cats. The cats don't do the social play that the dogs will do.
Well, it's
but they do. They all have their whole cat room to themselves that has cat condos. It has a two-way view out the front where they can look at lizards and plants and whatever's out there. But we do rotate cats out all throughout the day.
We know the dogs love Miss Emily's, of course, but it seems like more people than just dogs love Miss Emily's. Your staff loves it. Your customers love Miss Emily's. What makes it so special?
I think we really shoot for a family environment there. We're a smaller facility, but a great facility. People know us for that. The staff and customers alike, we take the time to get to know everybody individually. We try to make it a fun environment for everybody, but also do a great job on top of that. So that we really push for teamwork as far as staff. Customers, we know a lot about our customers. They know a lot about us because they'll take the time to chat. Yes.
Voted best doggy daycare?
Yes.
Oh, how did that happen?
Well, honestly, I think it's the customer service that we give. As Justin said, we're a very family environment. When you walk in, we know your name. We probably know your kids' names. We know your dog's name, and that is always so important.
Absolutely.
We know who's coming through the door. They know us, and it's just that family environment that I really think is what makes us the best business.
And most importantly, I think that we as customers know that our dog or cat are going to be in fantastic hands and have a great time at the end of the day.
Absolutely.
Miss Emily's Bed and Biscuit. What a pleasure it was to meet you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you so much
Thanks
for coming in.
having
That was
us.
awesome. Do yourself a favor. This meet and greet thing for your animal, what a fantastic idea, huh?
That's brilliant.
And you love your dog maybe more than anyone that I've ever met. So you know what it's like. You know how uncomfortable it can be finding the right place. The meet and greet's fantastic.
Yeah.
We saw some great businesses today, really talked to. I feel like maybe Central Florida has some of the best dog places in America, it feels like to me.
I totally agree.
I'm very, very happy. Makaila Nichols, as always, a fantastic job to you, to our WKMG-based crew. You guys crushed it, as you always do. Thank you for joining us today. We'll see you again next week for more Best of Central Florida.
The preceding Best of Central Florida program was sponsored in part by Houndstown, the injury assistance law firm, Beyond the Leash, Blue Collar Pet Transport, Miss Emily's Bed and Biscuit, and Sophila Radio and Television Productions.